I'm not quite sure how low do you go at the limbo bar of this dance. I mean, my dance card seems to have been filled up by someone I've never met in Nothing Looks Right. So, in my quest for answers, I'm getting encouragement by the children from the Tell on Themselves gang. It says go low. Right, well, being that it's hard to get lower than Juvier, and that's where I am. My father before me was Janvier in his birth order by being Augusto. And it's still in a bicentennial in like 1978 kind of a way, like meant like nothing like real world. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking that's one of the worst decisions you ever made, but here we are. And now I'm looking and there's a Dupixent. Now is that where like the Duma in like, I don't know, Russia maybe, tries to send their foreign agenda items at camels and toes and theories of everything into the White House? I'm just curious because that would explain why I had the Price is Right going on right now with poor Joe Biden being like Drew Carey, like, come on down, like Vice and Virtue, like off the table. Right, it's a big deal. So there's a couple of these things called Dupixent. Now, are these the pixelated versions of the Duma that they've pushed into my, like, donkey and elephant system? Like, how'd they get in here? Oh, right, yeah, they sneak in all sorts of backdoor central ways.
What can I do with less asthma?
Let's see, this Dupixent representative.
With Dupixent, I can do more. Crazy commutes, crowd control.
That looks like she's telling us she's broken up some crowd control, like in a market maker crowd control way where you send piecemeal into like these for sport into these big places and you're breaking up by binary machine and you're inserting in really insidious, like really hard to calculate ways. The stars just exploding apart in some kind of forced genocide that's really hard to prove, but like the numbers and the statistics are there. You just have to look for them. I'm just curious. I mean, this is like a team effort in defense of the White House, is it not? I just really don't know where the rest of the team went in the state of New York.
Have a nice day, Alex. Taking the stairs? That's how you do more with Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks.
I am sure that her and her fine representatives at the car company do not care about how much arsenic and peat moss and lead is being burned and put into the atmosphere, poisoning the children when they go out in this horrific UV light. It's really bad for the skin, but that's a whole nother set of circumstances. And the lungs burning, yeah, it's arsenic, lead, it's some kind of bicarbonate that, I mean, like, creotate, something combustible, some combustion process that's really toxic. Right, yeah, what's the stats on that coming out of the EPA, like, gasoline pipe of one car? Just curious. Why the hell are they shipping over all of these, like, biochemical weapons and, like, insisting everybody gets a new lease on life, like, every, like, 4 years? No, that's just gonna take everybody down quicker and can't breathe. They pose it here as asthma. Right, yeah. They pose it elsewhere as COPD. Right, yeah.
I can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask.
Well, I like to do a whole lot more building without the problems causing asthma, yeah. And without whatever Dupixent's doing over in a whole nother half of the world in like an AAPI kind of a way, if that's team elsewhere. Why are they in my White House and my USA borders? Just curious. There's another version of this, by the way. Oh, it's a different section, shall we say. I mean, I don't know what they got hiding over in Russia, because it's like a 10 time zone. Like, I mean, over here we only got 3 time zones to keep track of. But over there they've got like 9 or 10, I've heard. I don't even really know, because I mean, I've never been, but whatever on that. Again, this looks very like they got the tail on the donkey wrong. Again, Mega Millions, they put it up there. Like, is a 6 or is a 9, they go with 6. Again, there's a 9 and a 6 if we're doing Roman numerals, but like XA on the whatever A. And then I'm looking and it's got an NU. Is that like the what dragging us down? And then it goes into a next guard with an animal. And what's next guard? Holy crap, none of this looks American. I mean, not American dairy farmer, as far as I could tell.
My asthma felt anything but normal. It was time for a new normal.
I mean, again, these look like drug addicts. Like, they look like drug pushers. This is what they look like. I mean, taking pills, drinking water, do these things, poison your body, will poison the air. They made lots of money off of it. And now they're just here to what? Finish the job off? I'm just curious how that works at organized criminals.
Normal with Nucala. Nucala is a once-monthly add-on treatment for severe eosinophilic asthma that can mean less oral steroids, not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred. Don't stop steroids unless told by your...
Is that like hanging shingles on other people's projects? I'm just, again, curious because I see a whole lot of problems with some of this advertising and market making. And how do we get the money back, the people out, and start building the way that it needed to be built within this 13 colony region on the northeast coast. I got like a New England area I'm surrounded by, and it don't look like England anymore.
Told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. May cause headache, injection site reactions, back pain, and fatigue. Ask your asthma specialist about a new normal with Nucala.
That is not my new normal. It will never be normal. It feels wrong. It feels weird. It feels like forced touching. Like that kind of weird.
NextGuard is the flea and tick protection that's number...
Oh, and here's this other project. This is their chewables. And it also looks like asphyxiation is written in there somehow. I mean, again, this is all anagram. The spell binding, the anagram. It's very cryptic. But the signs are, the man behind the letter, is that a German shepherd? Right, well, neither one of them look German, so that's interesting. And then here we are. Although they've broken into this bioengineering gig, I don't know how, I don't know who paid for their education. And so now I guess technically they could be piecemeal germs, but that's really frightening. It capsids and viruses with protein shields and these timing mechanics and all sorts of therapies that nobody's really quite sure how they're stripping the genes down. They say this word CRISPR and all sorts of stuff, but it doesn't seem Christian to me. Seems very insidious elsewhere.
#1 with vets. It even prevents the infection that causes Lyme disease. Your vet trusts NexGard for her patients.
Lyme's disease. Now, oh my gosh, is that an L-I-M-E? Is that like lime in the coconut kind of a thing? Or is that L-Y-M-E? Because my lie has a number on it in interstate. My special year has a different kind of interstate that goes elsewhere.
Patients and her own dog. Plus, its delicious beef flavor is #1 with dogs.
Beef flavor. This is not over 6-foot beef. Just, it's more like 1980s. Where's the beef? That was a commercial campaign they did with the Micro Machines guy. And the Wendy's lady.
Ask your vet about NexGard. Whoever you are.
It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. I gotta go get the baby, otherwise I'll look for that other Dupixent commercial later. Oh, and today, my DMX Rough Riders anthem mayor in New York City is talking about dyslexic. Oh my god. As if Lex Luthor himself gave the man the scheduled day to come out in with his microphone and speak to the masses at The Price is Right of like, how did their admission get paid? What administration is that on?
Now, it's a new initiative to screen public school students for dyslexia.
First, students will continue to be screened for literacy. Those who repeatedly struggle will be offered a specific screening for dyslexia. We want to empower dyslexic students and help them reach their highest potential.
Well, isn't that interesting? Now, is that just for like my children now that things are coming to light? Because it seemed like in this American dyslexia of the 13 colonies, nobody really wanted to help me reach the stars. I mean, I never got to the proper marriage. I got some crazy donkey row. Just saying. And that was an unacceptable action and motion taken by the powers that be at Market Maker. It was never going to be acceptable. Yeah, I can't find that other Dupixent commercial. I'm sure it's here, but I'm running out of time to go get the baby from school. So I don't know why there's so many camel toes in a bicameral federation kind of a way, in theories of everything, between sports, the lotto system, aviation, then some kind of military that I've never seen. I mean, I see pictures of it. They make really nice movies of it. It seems like a dream. It would have been really nice to be organized in that fashion where things actually get done, but unfortunately I live in a different day and age in whatever. So I don't know why there's so much camel toe in my watershed. I don't. In this New England-ish. At one point it was New Amsterdam. I mean, going up to Martha's Vineyard, I think they still say it's New England. I don't know if they're aware of just how dirty New York's become. But it's a big problem. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza, it's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.